Feeling. Meditation, art, music, any kind of active sport which involves self. That's actually very, very powerful. Any sport which involves self. How often are we doing... Sport is excellent, but a lot of the time, many sports can be very competitive. And when we're just trying to compete, we're not actually doing it for self. We are getting benefits from it, the activity, breathing more oxygen, being disciplined, this is excellent. But a lot of the time, how often are we doing sport for self? Anyway, continue. When we are manifesting from a seed of truth, the truth which is that there are two types, there are many, but there's two types of thought which we can perceive. Thought within the mind's ability to try and seed something which isn't truly going to help us identify with our true self. If you can imagine the true self being the essence of existence, and essentially the mind's job is to keep us occupied from this existence so we never connect to it. It can give us money, drugs, sex, alcohol, every desire, because the desires don't really exist. The desires are only here to keep our point of attention from truly achieving something that is going to activate our hearts into this world, which we can share and serve the ultimate truth of our existence, which is to come here and enlighten. Because when we enlighten, we actually enlighten the space around us. Now, this is true power. What can be the ultimate distraction is listening to our minds, because our mind's job is to always distract our point of attention away from our heart. Because if we follow our heart, we will activate and we will generate intuition, which will help serve achieving this path of self-enlightenment. Now, our minds will always fear, because as soon as we start walking on this path, our minds produced fear. They produce stress, because when we fear, we stress. And it's all coming from our ignorance of our minds. Now, we can overcome ignorance, and ignorance isn't a negative thing, it's just truthful. Because a lot of the time our minds are covered in literally just a constant gun of ignorance. Anything that comes into our lives that can potentially serve us, our ignorance shoots it down quick, real quick. It's like anything, someone comes into your life, like you're gonna, you tells you the truth of your own existence, and you shoot it down. Like, that's the power of it's not even power. It's because ignorance doesn't have power. It has disguise, because it disguises the truth into something that we perceive it as something that isn't going to serve us, but it's the opposite. The world works in opposing truth, because the truth which we are is what is being hidden from us. So in order to find the truth, we must look from the opposite perspective, that something that is good for us we might be interpreting that it is not good for us. So that's the magic of this world, is that we need to formulate our own way to perceive truth.